नमस्ते प्रणाम गीता ध्यानम ओम पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। O Bhagavad Gita, with which Lord Narayana himself gave enlightenment to Partha, the ancient sage Vyasa included it in Mahabharata. O Goddess, showerer of the nectar-like knowledge of non-dualism contained in your 18 chapters, O my affectionate mother, the destroyer of rebirth, I meditate upon thee. Krishna Vandana. Vasudevasutam devam kansachanuramardhanam devaki paramanandam Krishnam vande jagadgurum. Son of Vasudeva, the slayer of Kansa and Chanur, extreme delight for Mother Devaki, O Lord Krishna, the supreme teacher of the universe, my salutations to you. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, the 12th Adhyay of Bhakti Yoga, and Sri Krishna, with such a great compassion for us, with such a great compassion for his devotees, he is giving one alternative after another to make us getting attached to the Lord, getting devoted to the Lord. Sri Krishna has told us so many ways, put your mind and intellect on me, and just merge yourself in me. Renounce your karma, renounce all your actions in my name. Don't take that ownership of you are doing anything, I am doing this, I am doing that. Be a little insignificant instrument in my hand and do whatever has come to your lot dedicated to me. You do it. I will take care of you. Mritya samsara sagarat, I am going to save you from that. I am the Samuddharta. Don't worry about it. Now, if that is not possible, then what Sri Krishna had said, if you can't put your mind and intellect on me and start doing your work, or even you cannot dedicate you cannot renounce your work in my name, then practice abhyasa yoga. Keep on doing it. Your mind is going here and there, helter-skelter. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. Put it on me. Make it 10 times, 100 times, 1,000 times, 1,000,000 times. If not in one lifetime, maybe many more lifetimes. Keep on practicing. But Sri Krishna knows our weaknesses. Sri Krishna knows how feeble, how meek his children are. So Sri Krishna says that even if you are not capable of doing that abhyasa, abhyasepya samarthosi mat karma paramo bhavo. If you are not able to do that rigorous practice of bringing the mind from that object and putting it back, to which Sri Ramakrishna had given us that example of training a pet, like we train our pets. Do this, don't do this. Likewise, we have to train our mind. That's what Sri Ramakrishna had also told us. Abhyas, abhyas, abhyas. But Sri Krishna says, even if that is not possible, then just do all your works for my sake. Again, Sri Krishna is telling, forget you are the doer. You are no way, you have got no significance for that matter in this frail body with the limited senses. Our senses are so limited for that matter. And we think we are such a great person. Yes, we are great devotees. We are great children of the Lord. But not in that big I. We are just unnecessarily inflating that small I into such a big I. So Sri Krishna says that start doing, if you are not able to do abhyasa yoga, You are asamartha. If you think you are not capable of, putting your mind again and again and again and again on me, then there is another remedy he is given. Sri Krishna is telling that abhyasepya samartosi mat karma paramo bhava. Do all your works for my sake. It is my work. I have given it to you like an obedient child, like an obedient pet, like an obedient instrument. You start doing the work. Then, madarthamapi karmani kurvan siddhimavapsasi. If you keep on doing work for my sake, as the Lord's work, as the work of that great, mighty, the compassionate deity of mine, the, the greatest of the lords, the Lord of gods, for that matter, that I am doing the work for his sake. If you start working with that attitude, even then, Kuruvan siddhim avapsyasi, you will attain to perfection. You don't need to do anything else. Now, is that possible for all of us? Krishna has a doubt on that. He knows all his children so very well. So Krishna, in this 11th verse that we are going to read today, he is giving another alternative. See, Shri Krishna says, athaitadapyaśakto'si kartuṃ madyogamāśritaḥ sarvakarmaphalatyāgaṃ tataḥ kuru yatātmavān. Again, Sri Krishna is bringing us back to that principle. If you are not able to do this, do this. If you are not able to do this, do this. If you are not able to do this, do this. Now, again, we are going back into that circle, and Sri Krishna is saying, atha api ashaktaḥ asi kartuṃ madyogamāśritaḥ. If you are not able to do even that, athaitadapyaśakto'si. Ashaktah is you are unable. If you are unable even to do actions, dedicating the actions to me, performing your tasks, considering these tasks are the tasks of the Lord, fully believing that these tasks are the Lord's task, I am just an instrument, start performing it, and Sri Krishna had told you will attain perfection. But now Sri Krishna has a doubt on our capabilities. Sri Krishna says, even if that also is impossible, if that also is not, you are not able to do that, of doing work for my sake, then you don't think that you are doing my work, but at least you do one thing. Sarvakarmaphalatyāgaṃ. What you do is, you just abandon the fruits of all the works that you are doing. We all keep doing works with certain motives, with certain objectives of getting something in return, isn't it? None of our works. They are without any motive, they are without any the expectation of getting something in return, the fruit of that action. Our entire focus is on the fruit of action. So Krishna says, if you are not able to perform the work as my work, forget it. You just forget about the fruits of that action. Don't think what I'll get, whether I will get a promotion, whether I will get a raise, whether I will get increment, whether I will get a better job, whether I will get a better thing. No betterments. Don't expect anything. Just keep on doing work without any focus on the fruits of action. Sarvakarmaphalatyāgaṃ tataḥ kuru yatātmavān. With that self-control, yatātmavān, the self-control, with that self-control of not focusing on the fruits of action, start doing the work. Engage yourself in all those worldly activities that you are doing, but no focus, no attention, no thought of what I am going to get in return. What will be the fruit of this action? Will it be sweet? Will it be bitter? Why we should think about? Why you want to think about it? Krishna says, just keep on doing the work. even that will fetch you the desired result, Sri Krishna says. If you are unable to do even this, then taking refuge in me, just take refuge in me and keep on doing work. Don't think it is my work, just take refuge in me. You take ashrita, madyogamāśritaḥ. Take refuge in my yogic power. Surrender yourself to me, that's it. It is your work, fine. It is not my work that you are doing. It is not the Lord's work that you are doing. You are doing your work. But then at least to do one more thing. You keep on doing your work. You are the owner of that work now. It is not the Lord's work that you are doing. You are not giving him the ownership of that work. You are doing your work. But at least then you can do work in that, with that attitude, taking refuge in me. Madyogamāśritaḥ. And then sarvakarmaphalatyāgaṃ. You keep on doing without any expectations of what I am going to get in return after doing this work. If you do it this, with that self-control, keep on doing it. So Sri Krishna says, he is not telling us to abandon the work. He is not telling us, he is also giving a way. If we want to work with considering it to be our work, then how to work? Just taking refuge in the Lord. Keep on doing the work. It is my work. But I am not interested. I am not bothered about what is going to be the outcome of this work. I am not bothered about what I am going to get in return. You see, that expectation of what I am going to get in return, that fruit of action, we don't have any control over it. We don't have any command over it. Whatever has to come will come to us. Whatever is not going to come to us will never come to us. So, without expecting for any fruits of that action, just keep on performing the work. Sri Krishna says it is as simple as that. So, with all these concessions, the Lord is providing us. If you can do this, well and good. If you can't do it, do that, do this. If you can't do even that alternative, there is a third alternative. If that is also not possible, if you think you are not capable, then this is the fourth alternative that Sri Krishna has told us. Take refuge in me and forget about all the fruits of the actions that you are going to perform. Now, the earthbound man, the worldly man, people like us, we are not prepared to abandon the fruits of actions. Rather, the worldly man, he wants to gather more and yet more fruits of work. All we see, we look our lives, we look the lives around us. Everybody is just working towards getting more and more and more fruits out of those actions. He ought to be told that the fruits of his karma will last long with him if he lived a life of self-control. Self-control which Sri Krishna has told here, that the yatātmavān, that yatātmavān, self-controlled. Fine, I will not look for any fruits. The moment we have that attitude, then we always put in the best of the efforts in that work. Because I don't want any fruit. I'm not interested. Whatever I get, I will get. Whatever I am not to get, I will never ever get. So why worry about it? This has come to my Lord. This work, this task, this project has come to my Lord. Let me do it wholeheartedly, most sincerely, in most efficient manner, without expecting what lies ahead in the form of fruit of that action. He must be told next that more profit would come if he relied on God. Yeah, take refuge in Him. Boss, I have taken refuge in you. My Lord, I have taken refuge in you. Now, you do whatever you want to do. I am doing my work. I am doing very sincerely. I am not doing your work. I am doing my work, but I am doing it most sincerely. I have taken refuge in you. I am not expecting of any fruits of these actions. I don't have any focus on the fruits of action, what I am going to get. So it is again his botheration. Thirdly, he must be induced into the belief that by offering a portion of his income to God and through God to his children, his income is bound to be multiplied. This is what happens. There is a saying that 10th part of our income we should, give it to the Lord. That is the dasham 10th portion, 1/10 of the portion of our income. Now, if we wholeheartedly, sincerely do that without again any expectation, what we do, we give 10%, but we seek 100% in return. Lord God, I am giving this 10%. I want this much in return. That is not, we are not here to do the business with God. We are not here to barter anything with the God. Doing anything without any motive, without any self-interest, without any self-seeking. An effort at abandoning the fruits of action is to be instilled in the ordinary man gradually in this way. And then we inculcate that attitude of forgetting the fruits of action. Slowly we move away from that concept of seeking something in return. We have to move away, and then in course of time, the devotee comes to learn that supramundane life comes of self-denial and not of self-seeking. Then slowly that the jnana, that understanding, that realization dawns upon our mind. It dawns to us that self-seeking doesn't take us even a step forward, but self-denial, taking refuge in the Lord, forgetting and forfeiting the fruits of actions of our work. That is what take us not just a step forward, but the steps and steps forward. Now, on this particular self-seeking, abandoning that self-seeking, and like Sri Krishna says, that self-subdued, the yatātmavān, and giving up fruits of actions, and taking refuge in Lord, what Sri Ramakrishna has to say. Sri Ramakrishna says, you cannot remain without doing work. That is, yes, it is a fact. We cannot remain in this life from our birth till death, even if we are infants, just lying on the wherever our mother places us. Our body is constantly working. We are breathing. That is the work. So somewhere our body is always engaged in some kind of work, some kind of activity. So we can never remain without work, even for a single moment. That is what Sri Ramakrishna also reiterates here. Your inborn nature forces you to work. Howsoever idle, lazy a person may be, even that person also will be forced to get into some kind of activity. Even if he is just sleeping, that also is an activity. He is sitting idle doing nothing, that also is activity. He is sitting, no. So there is some activity always going on. Therefore, let your activities be carried on well. Now, if he is sitting, that idle fellow, lazy fellow, let him sit properly, no? Let him sit properly so that his body is not at discomfort. He doesn't get pain here. He doesn't get pain there. Let him sit comfortably. So whatever is to be done, let us try to do it in a good manner, in a let it be carried on well. But if they were done without attachment, they take you Godward. If any of our activities that we have to do living in this world, if we perform those activities without attachment, without without paying any focus on the fruit of action, then those same activities which otherwise constantly thinking about what I am going to get in return, I may not get anything out of it in fact. But if I give up that attachment to the fruit of action, then there is certainly a benefit that accrues to that action. That action done in a selfless manner, renouncing any attention to the fruit of action, it takes us Godward. Be not affected by the pleasure and pain ensuing from your activities. This is a great teaching by Sri Ramakrishna. Don't get affected by the pleasure and pain of the activities that you are doing. They will come and go. That it is the nature of all the activities to give us pain and pleasure. Don't get bothered about those pain and pleasure. Don't get affected by pain and pleasure. Associate even those pain and pleasures, associate them all with Ishvara. Whatever you are experiencing while doing that activity, associate all those things with the Lord, and your life will be wonderful. Prepare yourself in this way for union with Him. The moment we give away our focus on the fruits of action, the moment we start performing the work without any self-motive, automatically we start moving Godward. And that is how we prepare ourselves. Sri Ramakrishna says that is how a devotee prepares himself or herself to get union with the Lord, to become one with the Lord, to be part of the Lord. So that is what another alternative Sri Krishna has told us in this 11th shloka. If you cannot do any of the things told earlier, then do only these three simple things. Three simple things of madyogamāśritaḥ. You take refuge in me, and sarvakarmaphalatyāgaṃ. Just give up all the fruits expected out of that action. Give away that focus on the fruit of action, what I am going to get in return. And then yatātmavān, that self-control. With this self-control of not focusing on the fruit of action and taking refuge in the Lord, then we perform the work as our work. If we are not able to perform the work thinking it to be Lord's work, we do it as our work, provided we do these three things that Sri Krishna has told. So that is such a wonderful alternative. Again, Sri Krishna has provided to his weak children who cannot do anything for that matter, who cannot renounce their work as the Lord's work, or who cannot focus their mind and intellect on the Lord. So for all such children, again and again, Krishna is giving alternatives, and this is one of them. With that, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Sri Krishna Arpanamastu. Jai Sri Ramakrishna. Jai Thakur. Jai Ma. Jai Swamiji.